I have a question for you. How many times have you stopped to wonder what a simple nut might be doing inside your body? Most of us snack without a second thought, especially if we believe it's a healthy choice. But here's the truth. Few people are talking about, after the age of 60, certain nuts may be quietly working against your heart, your brain, and even your medications. As a physician with over 30 years of experience in internal medicine and geriatric health, I'm here to reveal what science actually says about nuts and aging, and to help you make choices that protect your independence, circulation, and memory. Today, I'll walk you through 4 common nuts that may be harming your health without your knowledge, and the 4 that can truly support healthy aging. We'll uncover surprising research, dietary strategies, and give you a daily plan that could transform your energy, joints, and clarity in just a few weeks. So let's begin. 1. Walnuts, the brain. Nut that fuels inflammation. You've been told walnuts are good for your brain, but are they clouding your memory instead? Walnuts are often praised for their omega-3s, antioxidants, and resemblance to a miniature brain. But there's another side to this nut that many seniors don't realize. While walnuts do contain ALA, alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3, they also harbor 10 times more omega-6 fatty acids than omega-3. Specifically, they are high in linoleic acid, an omega-6 that, when consumed in excess, fuels chronic inflammation. It's important to understand that while both omega-3 and omega-6 fats are technically essential, their effects on the body diverge with age. Omega-3s are anti-inflammatory and support brain health, while omega-6s, especially when consumed in disproportionate amounts, can heighten systemic inflammation, interfere with cellular communication, and stress immune responses. Emerging studies suggest that a skewed omega-6 to omega-3 ratio may even accelerate the aging process in the brain by promoting microglial activation, a key driver of neurodegeneration. Why does this matter after 60? Because our bodies become less efficient at regulating inflammation. Even moderate excess omega-6 can contribute to joint pain, brain fog, high blood pressure, and damage to the endothelial lining of your arteries, reducing circulation and increasing cardiovascular risk. In fact, chronic low-grade inflammation, known as inflammaging, is now recognized as one of the major drivers of age-related diseases, including Alzheimer's, arthritis, atherosclerosis, and even sarcopenia. In this context, walnuts, when consumed too liberally or without balance, may become part of the problem rather than the solution. Pair this with the modern diet's overload of omega-6 from vegetable oils, grains, and processed snacks, and suddenly your heart-healthy walnuts may tip the balance toward inflammation. Doctor's guidance. Limit to 5 to 7 walnut halves daily. Choose dry roasted or raw, not oil roasted. Never mix with vegetable oils, sunflower, soybean, corn. Keep refrigerated to avoid rancidity, which heightens inflammation. Combine with omega-3 sources like salmon or flaxseed. But if you think walnuts are bad, the next nut might shock you even more, especially if you're trying to manage blood sugar or kidney health. 2. Cashews, the creamy culprit, hiding blood sugar and kidney risks. They feel light and luxurious, but cashews may be quietly exhausting your kidneys and spiking your blood sugar. Cashews are beloved for their buttery flavor and smooth texture, often found in keto-friendly bars and snack packs. But beneath the surface lies a trifecta of health risks that are especially concerning for older adults. First, cashews have one of the highest glycemic indexes among all nuts, with nearly 9 grams of carbs per ounce and very little fiber. This means they can raise blood sugar more sharply than pistachios or almonds, a critical concern when nearly half of seniors over 65 are diabetic or pre-diabetic. In fact, even small, consistent spikes in blood sugar after meals can cause what we call glycemic variability, which has been linked to faster cognitive decline, mood instability, and greater risk of heart disease. Many seniors snack on cashews thinking they're low carb because they aren't sweet, but the body treats those simple carbohydrates similarly to white bread or crackers. Second, cashews are rich in oxalates. These natural compounds bind with calcium in your body and can form kidney stones, especially if you have high blood pressure, take diuretics, or suffer from dehydration. What's more, seniors often experience a gradual decline in kidney filtration rate. Adding oxalate-heavy foods like cashews can place unnecessary strain on kidneys that are already working harder with age. Over time, this can quietly escalate into chronic kidney disease without early warning signs. Third, raw cashews contain urushiol, the same toxin found in poison ivy. Although commercial cashews are heat processed to remove it, trace amounts may remain, potentially irritating the digestive system. For seniors with sensitive gut linings or conditions like IBS or diverticulitis, even these trace compounds could trigger discomfort or inflammation. Doctor's guidance: limit to 1 ounce, 16 to 18 nuts. Once or twice a week, choose unsalted, dry roasted, only avoid pairing with dried fruits or trail mixes. Never eat them daily, so if cashews and walnuts raise red flags, what about the nut, praised for its richness and creamy luxury? It may be the most fat-dense of all, and the hardest on your aging body. 3. Macadamia nuts, the dense nut that overwhelms digestion. They're buttery, expensive, and marketed as premium, but macadamia nuts may be quietly sabotaging your heart, gallbladder, and metabolism. Macadamia nuts are calorie bombs. 1 ounce contains over 200 calories and 21 grams of fat, most of it monounsaturated. But don't be fooled. As you age, your metabolism naturally slows, and your ability to process high-fat foods decreases. What you once burned off in an afternoon walk might now quietly accumulate around the midsection, increasing the risk of insulin resistance, fatty liver, and abdominal obesity, 3 core features of metabolic syndrome. Even more concerning is their saturated fat content, about 3.4 grams per ounce, more than most other nuts. Excessive saturated fat can raise LDL cholesterol, stiffen arteries, and worsen circulation. In older adults, these changes manifest subtly: more frequent fatigue during exertion, colder hands and feet, or elevated systolic blood pressure. If you have a history of gallstones, gallbladder removal, or digestive issues, macadamias can be especially taxing. Why? Because bile, necessary for fat digestion, is either reduced or missing entirely after gallbladder removal. Eating rich, dense fats like those in macadamias can lead to bloating, nausea, and nutrient malabsorption. Plus, they're notoriously hard to chew. Seniors with crowns, bridges, or brittle teeth face dental risks. One wrong bite can result in chipped enamel or damaged dental work, which may cost more to repair than the bag of nuts itself. And since many macadamias are bulk packaged, stored long-term, and roasted in oil and salt, their fats often oxidize, further promoting inflammation and cognitive decline. Oxidized fats, unlike fresh oils, contribute to cellular aging and may impair mitochondrial function, the very engine of your cell's energy. Now that we've uncovered the 3 major offenders, let's move on to the nut you probably never suspected: It's small, elegant, and deceptively disruptive for seniors on medications. 4. Pine nuts. Small nut, big interaction. You might love pesto, but pine nuts can interact with medications and even alter your taste. Pine nuts, while not as commonly eaten by the handful, show up in sauces, salads, and gourmet dishes. But few know they may interfere with prescription medications, particularly those processed by the liver. Even more strangely, pine nuts can cause pine mouth, a metallic, bitter aftertaste that lingers for days and disrupts appetite. This can be especially problematic for seniors who already struggle with decreased appetite or unintended weight loss. Doctor's guidance. Use in moderation, only when needed for recipes. Avoid if on liver-metabolized medications. Be alert to taste disturbances or nausea. So now you know what to limit. But what about the good guys? Let's dive into the 4 best nuts for seniors that truly support circulation, memory, and vitality. 5. Almonds. The bone-boosting, brain-loving powerhouse. Light, crisp, and common, but almonds are anything but ordinary for seniors. Almonds are one of the most balanced nuts available. Just 1 ounce delivers 3.5 grams fiber, 97 milligrams calcium, and 76 milligrams magnesium, all crucial for bone density, especially after age 60. Magnesium acts like a calcium traffic cop, directing calcium toward bones and teeth, not your arteries. Without magnesium, calcium supplements can increase arterial calcification, a risk factor for heart attacks. Almonds also contain vitamin E, a brain-boosting antioxidant, and flavonoids in their skin that enhance cognitive function and protect cells from oxidative damage. Doctor's guidance: eat 15 to 20 raw or dry roasted almonds. Daily, always choose skin-on varieties for full flavonoid benefit. Use almond butter or ground almond in smoothies if chewing is hard. Excellent for blood sugar stability and constipation, relief. And if almonds protect your bones and brain, the next nut might just protect your vision and heart all at once, with a crunchy, shell-on bonus. 6. Pistachios, the eye-saving, pressure-lowering snack. Want to improve circulation, stabilize blood sugar, and protect your eyes, all in one bite? Say hello to pistachios. Pistachios are a true underdog. High in potassium, low in sodium, and loaded with L-arginine, they support nitric oxide production, helping relax blood vessels and lower systolic blood pressure. A clinical trial published in Hypertension showed pistachios can lower systolic BP by up to 5 points, comparable to some low-dose medications. They also contain lutein and zeaxanthin, vital for preventing macular degeneration, the leading cause of vision loss in seniors. Pistachios are also easier to chew than harder nuts. Self-limiting, shelling slows you down. Rich in antioxidants with vibrant purple-green hues. Doctor's guidance: eat up to 49 pistachios per day. 1 ounce, shell-on preferred. Choose unsalted or lightly salted versions. Store in cool place. Refrigerate for freshness. Now let's talk about the sweet, rich nut you may only associate with desserts, but in the right form, it could become your brain's secret weapon. 7. Hazelnuts, the sweet secret to cognitive longevity. Tired of memory lapses? Hazelnuts may hold the vitamin your brain is starving for. Hazelnuts are rich in alpha-tocopherol, the most bioavailable form of vitamin E. This powerful antioxidant shields brain cells from oxidative stress, preserving memory and delaying brain shrinkage. According to a 2020 Nutrients Journal study, older adults who regularly consumed vitamin E-rich foods like hazelnuts had better memory retention and reduced risk of dementia. They also contain copper and manganese for oxygen transport, magnesium for blood pressure regulation, natural oils and flavonoids that benefit skin and circulation. Doctor's guidance. Eat 15 to 20 hazelnuts daily. Choose dry roasted, skin-on versions. Pair with berries to enhance vitamin E absorption. And finally, let's revisit the walnut. Because while it can cause problems, there's a way to consume it wisely and unlock its nighttime benefits. 8. Walnuts, revisited, the sleep and brain aid when eaten right. Hook, want better sleep and sharper recall? A handful of walnuts at the right time might help. Despite the omega-6 concern, walnuts do offer melatonin, magnesium, and polyphenols that support brain function and sleep quality. Doctor's guidance. Limit to 5 to 7 halves. Eat 1 hour before bed with a few berries. Store in fridge. Avoid rancid oils, your daily nut prescription. Morning. 10 to 15 almonds. Skin on. Afternoon. 1 ounce pistachios, 49 pieces shell on. Evening. 5 to 7 walnut halves with berries. Optional. 2 to 3 times a week. 15 hazelnuts with tea or fruit. Avoid daily. Peanuts, toxic mold risk. Cashews, blood sugar plus oxalates. Macadamia, saturated fat overload. Pine nuts, drug interaction. Your body is changing, but so is the science that supports it. With just a few thoughtful shifts, a handful here, a better choice there, you can take back control over your circulation, memory, digestion, and vitality. So let me ask you, which nut are you reaching for today? Let us know in the comments below. If this video helped you, share it with a friend or loved one who needs it. And don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, and stay tuned for our next senior health breakthrough. Because true health after 60 begins not with big changes, but with small, smart ones. Thank you for watching. Stay well, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next episode.